Hi Valley West students, welcome back. Today's fertilizer day. We're going to talk about fertilizers, why they're important, what the heck do these numbers mean, and what kinds we should use. So the lowdown on this is fertilizers are organic or inorganic. So the organic fertilizers would be something like cow manure, which we use in our community garden. It would be bone meal, fish emulsion, so anything that's natural, even compost, which we have a compost pile here, and we do use that in our garden. So natural fertilizers are really beneficial in your garden. We don't use the natural ones in our greenhouse. We use the man-made inorganics type. So that one would be like Miracle Grow. We use a special formulation called Peat Light that is for greenhouse growers. So organic fertilizers, slower acting, but they stay in the soil a lot longer. And the inorganic are, like I had said, man-made, synthesized, so they tend to act very quickly. So as a greenhouse grower, if we see a problem with our plant, we could give it a formulation and it would change very rapidly within a couple days. So that's why we use the inorganic. So plants require 17 essential nutrients. Some are known as micronutrients, which means that they require them in smaller amounts. And then some are known as macronutrients, which means that they need them in larger amounts. So if you look at our fertilizer bag here, NPK. So NPK are macronutrients. Those are the heavy hitters that require large amounts by plants. So it's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now you look at our bag and it's got a K on it and you're like, if it's potassium, why doesn't it have a P and it has a K? Because on the elemental chart, potassium is indicated by a K. So these are all elements. So what do these mean? It means that 555, the numbers mean a percentage by weight. We're not going to get into that calculation. Just know that these numbers mean nitrogen, which is great for leafy green growth. Potassium is the K for all around good growth. Think of it like a multivitamin. And the one in the center is phosphorus. And phosphorus is great for root formation as well as for flower development, which eventually will give us our fruit. So our greenhouse will get a 20-10-20 peat light fertilizer in the initial growth of our plants. Then we change that 4 weeks before flowering time or sale time of our plants. Why would we change it? Because a lot of our plants are flowering plants, so we want to give them a higher middle number, something around a 20 or 30, so that it encourages our flowers to flower, which our customers would be very happy to see that. And then the other plants that are just foliage plants or green growth, we continue to give them the 20-10-20 so that they're nice and leafy green. So these numbers mean that what your formulation fits to your plants. Now, how do you know what your plants need? Well, you know your species, which is why I tell all you students, make sure that we have all of our plants labeled. Or your plant will tell you what is wrong, because plants do get sick too. Stay tuned, that's another video coming up. But if you look at this plant, you can see it has yellowing leaves. So this would need a nice dose of fertilizer with a high nitrogen level to kind of pump it back up and make it a little bit happier. So that's all I have for today on fertilizers. And I will see you on Friday. Friday is Get Out Day Friday. We're going to take a walk and we're going to look to see what's blooming. So remember, even though we're not here, keep learning. See ya.